Oh hi, it's old Pie, PanAnning. Welcome me back to Let's Badly Dub Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
After a very long investigation, we're back to court.
God damn it. Alright.
So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in two different places at the same time.
That was my line. The victim was murdered in two different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at the other crime scene. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
Yeah, you were. I didn't hope that you would give her too long, quote-unquote, for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
See? This game is full of innuendos.
So, how did it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lena! Both of me! Much to my regret, I am as much in the dark about this as they are.
Mrs. Scott. We discovered traces left by a certain person in the police department's evidence file. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
Phone Officer Marshall's traces?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Mrs. Scott? Miss Scott, not Mrs. Scott.
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Alright. February 24th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Number 9 Lodge. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is... It takes 30 minutes by car to reach criminal affairs from the prosecutor's office. The victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
Possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
That's supposed to be an admirable trait. Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
A suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Oh God.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir, I am Officer Beacon, sir. I occupation as a... That would be murder, sir!
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I've never killed anyone again, sir! You gotta believe me, sir!
Actually,
what you call a part of the younger generation, sir. A person with action kettles can completely comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report on the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Crime report, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
He did it. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto the others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. And you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I needed here is more info to work with. Yeah, so we're gonna be present on everything here.
Yay!
He's not gonna like this. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Oops.
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought.
Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the head detective, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. And I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I just love that face. In order to enter the evidence room, you needed an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here on my neck.
So that your ID number should be listed in here, right?
There it is! I found it! There it is, the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, 6.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time.
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. I wa-
Just press.
Hold on a second. I need a drink of water.
Oh. Oh, it's gonna be time for more cutting.
No, I won't cut this. Apparently I didn't drink enough water before this part started.
was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman put a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You look exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arm like an octopus, striking him to detain him. That's how he got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood tickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't like that type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife.
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to hold my hand like a man.
See, he must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in the sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me right in my face, sir.
Oh boy. About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30 p.m.
He hit me right on the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you remember, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission.
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my cell. Chief Gan delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it? What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh, this thing.
Not what you expect,
There we
Phoenix.
go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's a blue badger, sir!
Why am I not surprised isn't going so smoothly? Oh, god damn it.
Get a security video.
Yes, well, anyway, the tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir! As you wish, sir!
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Mystery Man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it!
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin his cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Fortunately, there's only one statement to press on this one.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like pressing every statement I want. Honestly.
You want me to suffer doing this Fire King voice, don't you?
You asked for this. You
No, I did not.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Tell me, were you be able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter?
The latter. But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks differently at people when talking with them, you see.
Someone's having a sore throat tonight. Yeah, that's a good trait for the police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him! I'd bet my badge on it! And there's no... God damn it! Why?
But you're sure? You don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since his face cannot be identified in this video, only you can verify it.
Oh, why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label you, sir, as disturbing or...
Meekins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir!
You claim the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
Please tell us. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. I only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. But the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. And you must be the person that the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir! And this too!
That's impressive. How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir. From people in the know, sir.
People in the know?
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also lament to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints.
There we go, the statement we needed to press.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir! If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you're the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. It was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. So no state can be testifying enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is... unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with this security video? Yes.
There is. And welcome to more of showing the DS capabilities, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that Slam, the man may have not been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Richmond?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
Want me to point it out? Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further expect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem.
What
in
is
the
this
video.
contradiction you speak of?
This is the first time I ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr.
That's a
Wright,
very
please
good
enlighten us.
question.
Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may not been Detective Goodman? Stop. This thing. Take that! The light. Slam. The thing that's strange about this video, it's got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Sir, do you mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If the print matches the registered data, the light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
Slam. If so, something is seriously wrong with this picture.
Be prepared to see the Blue Badger a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, viewers.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier.
Because we need to see more of the Blue Badger.
And this music. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit! Precise
It's
number
lit
4.
AF.
Lit as fuck. I'm lit as fuck. You bring a light? No. Precise number
No.
20 off. The locker has already been opened before the victim grabbed the handle. What is the meaning of this? It's very simple here. The locker wasn't locked.
but the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, of course, I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
It just goes to show how novices we should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes, what was the locker? What was the locker like? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Maybe something like jam the electronic system?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. It's pretty obvious. I know what this is going to get.
Yeah.
Oops, I fucked that up. There we go.
There's that thing.
Slam. Please
There is that thing.
There is a thing. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Dun, 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 dun. I know it's not playing anything, but you know.
I mean, we're hearing it enough in this case.
We stuck to our heads while we sleep. Was this something white fell out of the locker?
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall when doors are open. I often fall out and roll a great distance when I open my own car door, sir.
Objection. We can't be sure that item was in the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted?
We're gonna see this a lot. Be very prepared.
You asked for it. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
The object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, it is. But that close. There just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir, my insulator, you don't mean...
We finally got this figured out. Very well. Let the bench page present the relevant evidence. What is this insulator that was stuck in the locker?
We found something on the crime scene earlier.
I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. Slam. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, you will not myself, sir.
Hold on. So we are to believe then that the victim uses this staff in the evidence room. Was that detective good?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgewood?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will affirm one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir.
Hmm.
Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. Mystery Man, number 2.
Part 2.
There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record. I see. Did I lose?
I have the ID record right here, Your Honor.
Don't fall asleep on me now.
The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
This is actually a simple one.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You have one thing to present.
I'm sure I don't need... Surely I don't need to press anything, do I?
You don't. So actually, there's two things you can present here. You can either present a card, or something related to the card.
Which
And it's not the ID card record.
that would be this. Whatever. I'll stick with this. Slam. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not gonna waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I'm reading the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A side report. It's only half complete. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure. There is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What is he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is, well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't good.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edward.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment of the defendant used the murder weapon.
Yeah. Oh, why, Edward? I knew that testimony was way too shallow. It was all a trap for the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many other questions unanswered. What exactly was the victim officer making in the car? And what did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Wright.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana.
What do we do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
I object, Your Honor.
I wait and see what happens, Your Honor. Objection! One more, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I've almost walked into a prosecutor's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it cannot be said that the hit is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of trees and foot traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witness for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, what do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified, what is his or her name?
Larry Butts. No, it's Jake Marshall.
Take that. Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let him know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witnesses is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is in recess.
Hmm. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
What do you mean?
You call for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lana! You're the one who knows everything! Emma, you always know everything! Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you! I don't ever recall asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Hmm.
Oh, guess I am. Come back later. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Yeah, you got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run around all the while of that duty. And here to top it all off, you call me here. I seen happy people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Otherwise, you're gonna get up. Hey. I didn't see you there, Miss Guy.
That's okay, so have you brought what I asked?
Merry Christmas. Happy. You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
But my name? Never in a million years when I've thought it was you, bastard. But I order you to read the SL9. It's in the files. Neither my new. Talk about crazy. Down cell 9 incident?
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe the chief prosecutor was a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? She filed an SL9 incident file. Yeah, that's a whole big file. You have to, like, freaking memorize that shit. Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with those super. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're going to just ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, so the world knew this as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana! It's over with! No!
Emma, wait! So, she ran away, damn it. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta go get some more. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Katz, Miles Edward. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file. Yeah,
But
this...
I'll wait for next time.
Especially since I forgot to remove the voice.
Emma. Until next time, or watch this, or I will delete you. Yeah. God damn it.
You want to be deleted?
No.
Find out next time
No.
on the new Phoenix Wright dubbing.
No.